Humanity has come a long way. We discovered fire, invented the wheel, built the internet, and eventually created artificial intelligence. And once you reach that level of tech, it becomes almost mandatory to make mistakes that are equally advanced. This is the story of a man who did not cheat, did not meet anyone, and did not leave his house, yet still managed to speed run a divorce using nothing but AI and confidence, doing the work from home. Our main character was a perfectly normal husband. Job, family, child, responsibilities, the full starter pack. The kind of guy who would look at other people's disasters and think, wow, couldn't be me. Which, historically speaking, is how every disaster begins. At some point, the wife became busy. Work trips, deadlines, adult life, all very legal and socially accepted activities. The husband, however, was left with something dangerous than loneliness: unmonitored time and unrestricted access to the internet. You know, civilizations have collapsed under weaker combinations. One night, after midnight, which is always when humanity does its best thinking, he opened his laptop just to go through old photos. The AI trend had already been banging all over. At this moment, he didn't know he was going to... Like a loving husband with questionable timing, he decided to try an AI tool for fun, for memories, for emotional reasons he refused to name. He uploaded their photo, just one, turned it into Studio Ghibli art. Suddenly, they looked happier, younger, animated, which honestly helped. He laughed, scrolled again, more couple photos, more memories, and then a group picture. There she was, his wife's friend. You guys know where it is going, right? He said, wait, what? Could he see his dark fantasies in HD? At this moment, he was still innocent, emotionally confused, technologically empowered, standing exactly one click before the documentary begins. Using the same tool, he generated something new. We will not describe it. We will not visualize it. We will not ruin monetization. All you need to know is this: it was unnecessary, it was temporary, and it should never have happened. Unfortunately, the internet disagrees with temporary. Almost immediately, guilt arrived. Guilt always shows up late, like a friend who didn't help but wants to comment. Panicking slightly, the husband decided to delete what he had created, a reasonable reaction, but the platform had other ideas. There was no delete button. There was unfavorite, which only removes it from your view. The platform essentially said, "Aw, that's cute, but no." This is where the real villain enters the story: the algorithm. The algorithm does not understand context. It understands engagement. You clicked, you interacted, you hesitated, which, according to the system, means interesting. Later, a mutual friend was scrolling, not spying, not investigating, just existing online. And the platform, doing what platforms do best, made a suggestion. You might like this. Which most probably he did, and before sharing that video, he might have enjoyed it in his own way. And once something is seen, it begins a new and exciting phase called consequences. At first, he thought his wife would forgive him. Not because what he did was okay, but because men often confuse hope with logic. In his head, this was just a mistake. His wife disagreed. She wasn't shocked. She wasn't even surprised. In fact, she looked like someone who had been waiting for a reason. And ta-da! He delivered. Within days, she filed for divorce, then custody of their only son, then the assets. This is where things got educational. Turns out, most of the things he paid for were legally not his, which made the whole process very smooth for everyone except him. The lawyers were happy, the paperwork was clean, and so was his asset statement. Anyway, that's how not being a little less stupid helped a man lose his marriage and hard-earned money working entirely from home. Damn, I love the internet.